Right. Alright, time to get the fuck out of here. Let's go. What have we got? Yep, one of the first people in the chat. It's time to roll. I'm taking this with me, so Ice Boy won't sit here and say, well, I always carry a fucking blue herb with me.
This is Brad. Come in, Star.
You know what? I think they could just turn this into an episode of MASH. You know, with what's his name? Fucking like O'Reilly flying a plane or helicopter. I think that's who it was. It would fly the helicopter. Come in, guys. I can't remember what was his voice like. Like we just do like WKRP in Cincinnati with Les Nessman. No, who was it that was supposed to be on the plane? I can't remember who that was. I think it was Les Nessman. Ness Lessman. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Ness Lessman was the guy's name. Yeah, I saw a lot of you guys waiting. I always figured that, in general, that was just people who were like on Android devices, and like they just, you know, watching it maybe vis-a-vis of like the website and just sort of closed out or just minimized Chrome or something and just let it sit there. I think it poisoned. That's always good. I'm gonna do a poison run one of these times too. Well, if I recall correctly, poison can't kill you, but it can bring you down to like bare minimum health. I can see the reflections. That's good. Holy shit! Okay. Wow, I didn't expect him to be there at all. And she keeps getting fucking stuck on objects. Jill, what's happening? Holy shit! Okay, I got bit twice here. That makes no fucking sense, dude. I would so fucking just rip out. I can't move. I'm literally stuck on something. There's nothing standing. There's nothing. I guess that's the enemy himself. Though it looked to me like he was standing behind me because I threw him down behind me, didn't I? What the fuck just happened? I'm sorry, but that was the weirdest fucking start I've ever seen. Was he? I thought I threw him down behind me. It looked to me like that from the perspective that he was behind me. And when I got hit and leaned forward, he was obviously behind me, but I still couldn't move forward. Were there two dogs there? I mean, it's not like critical or anything, but it was fucking weird. I've never had that happen before. There are 3 dogs in that room. There's 2 that orbit the fountain and 1 laying down on the side next to the elevator. So, I might have just gotten unlucky. I'll be fine. There's no reason to restart it. I'll just chalk it up as something fucking weird. Can you hear me all right? Can everybody hear me in the chat? I kind of tweaked my volume a little bit because I saw it redlining last time I was streaming. Oh, I fucked that up. I went through the wrong door. They moved me forward in that room. Yeah, I think it was 2 dogs. I think I just had like the bad, just bad positioning. You can fuck yourself. Where are you standing? Oh my god, I hate you guys. There you go. You guys are just not cool. Really. really hate you both. Oh yeah, of course I'm fucking dead. Alright, so we're gonna have to work that one. And that always brings me to the one thing about Resident Evil that makes me want to pull my own teeth out. And that is how badly they react to being hit. It's like that hunter both of them were basically locking me down because Jill has the most absurd impact, like downtime. It's like they slashed you. It's a sideways slash. It has no backwards momentum. It has no forwards momentum. It's not going to knock you backwards. Walking back on your own accord. Personally speaking, I would be in more shock than pain, and I would be pulling that trigger like the biggest violent retard you have ever seen in your life. I would be riding that trigger like Ariana Grande rides dick. And that's just the one thing about Resident Evil that has driven me nuts since day one. I don't like impact downtime. It just seems like such an unfair advantage. Especially in Resident Evil 2, where you have that little cripple shuffle bullshit you do when you're on low health, which basically means you either heal yourself or you're just going to get fucking destroyed by whatever bigger enemy comes along. Alright, let's undo whatever I did with the dogs this time. They always have seen like a random placement base, and that's what I'm curious about. Like, is it truly random, or is it like as soon as you enter in that area, is it just calculating their movement? Like when you come in here, is it just like set up a variable and runs a function to sit there and just observe their movements? Just like are they moving right now? And it just comes down to like how quickly I get into that room is like based on the placement, or is it just completely random? I'm a snake. You always get me. And of course I don't have the blue herb with me this time. Oh my god. This fucking game. I really should not have gone through the other way. I had wanted to do this. And I'll show you in a second what it was I was planning on doing. I had wanted to go through that door that goes into where the paintings are. However, interestingly enough, it seemed to have moved, after that cutscene was over, it seemed to move me forward down the hall. Which was rather inconvenient. See, look, the dogs are like totally in a weird placement now. It's just like, I don't know if it's random or what. They're just a part of some general movement function that's moving or operating regardless of whether you're in the area or not. See, like right there, I had no problems getting through there. It's just a bad placement, I guess. Just a bad placement. Yeah, hold on. Did you really write that note out, man? Like, damn. Like, think about how coordination would work just with texting in this game, right? Like, if texting were a thing back then, like how easy a lot of this would be to organize. Like, I can't call Brad on my radio, but I can cell phone him, which existed back then, but they don't have any. Nobody has a goddamn cell phone. Just text Brad. Hey, Brad. We're still alive in here. Yeah, it just kind of moves me down the hall. Kind of weird. I don't give a shit about your poison. I'm too fucking strong for your poison. The zombies don't come back, right? I don't think they ever do. Yeah, I think they're gone. Basically, by the time you're ready to go fight that Crimson Head, they're just gone. Just keep coughing. I got post-nasal drippage or something. So yeah, just avoid them. Don't shoot them. Alright, so what's the master plan here? Let me get an herb. I need to go... which direction? This way. This is the direction I need to go. This, however, is going to bring me afoul of 2 hunters. However, I will have the corridor bottleneck advantage, which is what I was aiming for before. That's why I didn't want to... Hey there, Ice Boy. That's why I didn't want to engage them from that door, because when you fight them this way, down this hallway, I think there's actually one in this hallway. I need to be careful. I need to listen for that. Oh, no, it's just a zombie. Okay, whatever, buddy. There's one here. Now, I need to be careful which door I'm picking. This door, I think, is the right one. And I didn't want to go before, because in the original Resident Evil, when you enter an area... Well, you know, damn it, I screwed up. That's right, I can use the sound algorithm. I forgot about that. I tested that last stream. If you take a pistol and you just fire it off into the air, they'll come running. So you can kind of set them up to however you want to kill them. He should be standing right in front of me. In fact, actually looking at me, but... We're not. He's further down the hall. Okay. Is there a third one? It seemed like it. Yeah. See, like, I fired that shotgun and they came running. Basically, yeah, you just learn how they move and how they act, and then you can use that in there to your advantage against them. Hey, Valentine. I'm dying of poison because, as Ice Boy pointed out, you forgot to get the blue herb. I always carry blue herb with me. I give no shit about your fucking poison. Fucking eat rattlesnakes and scorpions. Fucking man-of-war jellyfish, just raw. Bathe in black widows and brown recluses. This is one of the most obnoxious puzzles ever created in the history of... Just because of how goofy these fucking controls are here. Alright, hopefully this will work. Just barely! Just barely! Ooh! Love the paintings, guys. Love them. I still don't understand why they didn't just have the gravestone right there. Oh, it's eating me alive. Okay, so basically I just have to fucking survive. This next part. Fuck you, George Trevor, and your creation of this fucking place without telling anybody what you were doing here. You deserve every bit of suffering you got. Alright, there's a big spider right in front of me. Ugh! I believe there's one down the hall? There's two down the hall. There should be one that's hiding by the door, one down the hall. I don't know if I'm just gonna let myself die or what. Pretty sure that's you. Yep. See, they're like big stuffed animals. You just gotta push them around. They don't make any harm. Giant motherfucking spider. Alright. Here goes, babes. Bam! Good times at the Kennedy compound. Don't be a zombie. Don't be a zombie! Stop being zombies! Right in the water, too, so it should have shocked me as well, but hey. Leather boots. Rubber soles.